see. Well, this is funny. Let's see if I can make it. Oh, I'll get out of there. Oh, okay. Face out. Freaking crazy. Pieces. I was trying to go live over there on the book, honey. They keep booking me out, kicking me out the book. I'm trying to talk on some real ish now. I'm trying to talk some real ish. Okay? They making me work live tonight. Selfish. I'm deaf myself making me work for this one. What's good with you though, sis? How you been feeling? Peace, pieces. I'm gonna get this room, this stuff together next week. So we gonna be established with a venue for my B-Day. Yeah, I was trying to go live over there on Facebook. They kept kicking me out. They don't want me to talk about the water, and they damn sure obviously don't want me to talk about the mine over there. And over here, I got to be a little cautious on the little curse words, okay? So, I'm going to try to talk, cautiously without saying too many of them. But anytime you get to talking about the mind and how to articulate that mind, that's where the energy it go haywire. It go haywire. Because it be some real shit that we spilling. But I'm not gonna even keep y'all on with this one because we already talked about enough over there, and I don't even know if anybody heard over there. I done spilled my whole heart over there on Facebook, and they kept going in and out, in and out, in and out. Pieces, I've been good, tired, working. You know how, how you been. Same here, working, getting inventory together. For this events, I got a couple of things next week to do, back to back. So, same thing, tired, trying to keep my mind sane. But honey, last night was a mother, okay? It was a mother one. Mother had to release in a big way. But I also had to wake up and explain that shit in an enlightened, positive way. So my oldest could understand what I was battling because he was definitely confused. And I ain't gonna get all into that because I don't know if anybody y'all might have heard over there, but I know it was going in and out over there too. But I just wanted to, make sure us mothers, us as a whole, just stay sane. Things gonna have its moment, but it's okay to be selfish and take time for yourself and have that peace of mind with yourself. Because if you don't, everything else is just not gonna be in alignment. So you have to be selfish. And as mothers, we feel like if we being selfish, we being evil, we being mad, crazy, and shit like that, or we be looked at that type of way when we be trying to get those breaks. Okay, we need them breaks. Everybody need a middle break. Okay. I was about to talk about them Barbie shirts. Oh yes, I gotta go get the dang on shirts. I started doing a trade, so I got to go get the trade shirts. But I did design the image for me and you. Well, of course, you seen it. But yeah, it's okay to have those mental breaks. You need to have mental breaks, or you're gonna explode, and your kids and everybody around you gonna be looking at you crazy. Okay, so it's all right to take that time for yourself. And I had to kind of get the understanding a little bit more today from my people. My bro, I had to talk to him, and he, gave me some reinsurance. Like, girl, be stingy. Almost like fuck them kids. Not like literally fuck them, but fuck them kids. Okay, go get yourself together. Your children gonna be there. You got to have that peace of mind. And I ain't talking about abandoning your children. I mean, like, if you got to take a couple hours with yourself, or you got to go a weekend away, come back in grace. Okay, them kids gonna be all right. So yeah, sometimes it's all right. And I had to get that reinsurance because I felt really horrible and low after all the shit that I said, you know, you know. But I definitely had to have a talk with my son too because he's seen all of it. And sometimes our children do need to see stuff so they can know how to deal with it, especially like I was saying over there, so they'll know how to deal with the situation. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to hide everything for our children and they have to defend their own goddamn emotions and they don't know how to handle their emotions because ain't nobody showing them how to deal with their emotions because everybody want to hide every goddamn emotion behind the scenes or in the shower or every goddamn where else instead of just being vocally expressive in front of your children sometimes so they can see those things. I had to see a lot of those with my own parents. So I know how to deal with it, and even if they didn't deal with it in a certain way, I knew how to deal with it. Okay? It's like, nah, they didn't do it the right way. If they would have did this, or they would have had some understanding, if they would have talked to the person, or even talked to themselves, they would have got what they needed so they can move in grace. So, just one of the moments. That's why I say, I be having my moments too, y'all. I'm not perfect at all. And I don't try to be. I definitely don't try to be at all. You know what I mean? But I ain't gonna keep y'all time. I just want to say that again in case anybody didn't know, in case somebody didn't hear that when we was over there on Facebook and whole Facebook. I guess I'm getting too big for Facebook in a certain way, like when it comes to doing certain lives because they don't be wanting certain things to that network. It'll shut all the way down. I mean, I didn't see shit but black. Okay? I ain't see nothing but a black goddamn screen. So I knew after a few tries, let me go on over here to this other platform. Okay? And I actually got a confirmation from my bro too, talking today about water. Okay? And the thing that I had grasped, talking about the water, dealing with the consciousness and stuff like that. But so he gave me some confirmation on it. But the thing I wanted to talk about dealing with the water, because I know that we've been taught and read that the water has memories. So I was diving into that energy last week, and I really wanted to know because I know water is a valuable life source. Okay, it's the most valuable thing in this thing here. Okay, it's priceless. It's everywhere. Okay, without water, it definitely will not be us. So it's the only element. Okay, that's so far powerful than anything here in this whole existence. Right. So I wanted to understand the memories dealing with the water. So I really wanted to get some reinsurance. And when I get this stuff, I get to question myself. When I get to certain levels within myself. And this is one of the levels I was just like, yo, I really want to know if they do because, we've been taught. So I'm sitting here and I'm diving into energy and I'm talking to myself and, spirit is guiding me. And like I was saying, for those who, they feel like, people that's using spirit, a lot of this, it's bullshit, man. I mean, anything to keep you from tapping into within yourself, I guess, right? It's going to always be somebody who don't understand, which is ignorant. It's hell. Because anybody that know, even whether you're a Christian or you're in church or you're not, the spirit deals with energy. That's yourself. That's your divine energy. So my divine energy, or the divine ultimate energy, okay, was guiding me, okay? So I can find what I needed to the question that I asked, okay? So, does it? No. I find it. I find it very interesting that it doesn't this time around when I got the answer. I'm diving, and I've been marinating on this for a week or so. So ain't nothing changed in this what I tapped into. Okay, sometimes I let things marinate in case I might not get the clear picture or the clear understanding of what I'm gaining. Okay, what I'm diving into, but ain't nothing changed in this information that I got. All right, so information that I got, but Water doesn't even carry memories. I found out diving within myself that the memories are self. Okay, it's us, right? You are a memory. Books are memories. Anything that has to deal with a existence of what we see is a memory. Okay, it does not take place in the water. Okay, because the scientists or anything else in this, that studies water, they're not looking for memories of any type of membrane cells. Okay, yes, we know that we have water in our mind and surrounding our brain, but that only creates the structure. Okay, so water it carries the structure and the shape of our existence. Okay, that we have shifted into. And my bro, me and he was talking about this a little earlier too. Like I told him, you gave me a lot of shit that just fucking blew my mind that I wrote down a couple nights ago last week, which is really giving me the confirmation of what I got. Okay, because this water shit runs deep. Okay, he was telling me, about the trees and stuff that we be seeing, them big tall ass trees and shit. We be trying to figure out what they come from. Those not Andre the Giant, but the beanstalk trees, right? It had to be some giants, right? But it deals with water. Okay, it deals with the water. What we structure through the mind, through this whole existence. Okay, through this realm. All right, our water, the force of life, shapes our reality. It doesn't hold the memory. We create that through the structure. Okay? So I was like, whoa, because we've been taught, we've listened to many public figures, spiritualists. I mean, hey, everybody mind has been there, okay? And we've all was under the impression that this water really carries the memories when it really doesn't. You are the membrane of the cells. Okay? Life itself. Okay? The memories of the trees that used to be tall. Okay? That you still can see today. Alright? The pyramids that we see. Okay? The land that was once one but it was split. Alright? These are all memories of experience that we have endured, okay, and structured through our mind, through our existence of this energy, okay? So, with this water though, let me find my blood though. With this water though, it does regenerate our cells. And we know cells itself, okay? Reflections of cells. Okay, so it does regenerate cells, or the stem cells, as most might call them. Okay, dealing with the body. Okay, so and stem cells also exist in the mind. Okay, so it does regenerate these cells and or stem cells. Now remember, I know we've all learned this in science that we just discharge many cells a day, but then we regain plenty more. Okay, that's the regeneration of your cell, the regeneration of self. Okay, of the water. Okay, filtering in and filtering it out. All right. Also, dealing with this water while I was diving deep, I know we had this clue a long time ago, but it seemed like we probably overlooked it too, because I know I did. Or maybe we didn't really overlook it, but we just couldn't understand what it was really, the big picture behind it. But life also was originated in sea water. Okay? Yes, have y'all seen the movie Prometheus? It deals with us coming out of the water. Okay? So if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's an old movie, probably a few years back, but it definitely taps into how life is originated out of the water. Okay? The cells of the water. Okay, yeah, you're the cells of the water. Okay, they can see the structures of the cells in the water. When they're studying water, they're looking at the cells and they're studying the structure of it, not the memories, because you are the memory. Okay, life is its memory. It's a dream. It's the memory. Okay. Now, I also dive into this about water, being created from oxygen and hydrogen. Okay, if you want to dive into the elements of it all too. Okay. Well, we know oxygen and hydrogen. They both have GEN at the end now. GEN at the end. That deals with Genesis. Okay? But I'm going to break the words down for you. Okay? But water is supposedly be created from oxygen and hydrogen. Okay? Well, we know hydro means water. Okay, the H2O. Alright? Oxy means sharp or rise out to, a point or pierce. Okay? So oxygen is going to be that mist or, the steam from the water. Okay? Both dealing with water cells. The water element. When we get to that GEN at the back of oxygen and hydrogen, okay? Gen deals with, which is Genesis, okay? Or the gene of Isis, okay? It deals with your race, okay? The cells. Remember you are the cell, the self. It deals with race, it deals with birth, it deals with born, and it also deals with produced. Okay? So if hydro and oxy deals with water, that is self-explanatory that life is originated out of water. Because I wanted to know what was the source. Okay, we looking, we diving deep. I want to know the source of life. Put me in front of the source of it all. That's what I'm searching for. If anybody want to know, that's what I'm looking for. All right? But I can't get no farther than the water. I can't get no farther than the water right now. Okay? I really can't. Water is everywhere. It's everything we intake, we breathe. Okay? And without it, existence doesn't even exist. Okay? Life doesn't exist. Alright? So yeah. You wonder why they have holy water? Okay? Why they baptize you in the water? Okay? Because that is getting to your originated self. Okay? It is how you are birthed, you are reborn, your race, how you generate, how you produce yourself. Okay? The cells lie in the water. And the cells need the water to produce. Okay? Or birth. You are birthed out of water. You're in the womb for 9 months in water. Which is not even a spiritual thing. A physical thing. Because spiritually, you're inside of self. Right in the water. Okay? You're right in the water. And then you come out into this thing we call the physical life. Okay? Or the light. So, I was diving deep in it and I'm like, yo, this shit right here. Because when I be diving, y'all. I swear. We gonna keep going, though. So, I'm looking up, because I wanted to understand the sharp of dealing with oxy. Because I'm like, damn, what's a sharp? Like, a sharp term or, something sharp like a knife. What is the sharp of it all? So I was looking up the word sharp and I was looking for the origin of it. And I found that it's a penetrating intellect, okay? or perception. Okay, so it's a penetrating intellect or perception. Okay, also of words or talking. Here we go back with this water. When water has its vibration, right? And I know y'all seen these videos of water and they putting the vibration to it, okay? Which is that sharp, which is penetrating, okay? It's penetrating this water, which is going to give it a perception, okay? All right, of what you're going to see. All right. So when I got to look reading this, I got to thinking about the water and the sound because it says of words of talking. Okay, because in the beginning it was what? It was the word. And if you understand the word deals with the sound. It deals with the frequency. Okay, the force of the energy. All right. You have this force of energy that comes through your throat, okay, your throat chakra or your throat, which forces itself to talk, make sound, okay? And this is all through the water too. So they have these videos out when they're putting sound behind it and how water creates a structure. It creates a vision or an image, okay? Just based off the frequency, the vibration of that sound. Okay, so it makes a lot of sense when it's dealing with us coming out of this water. It's dealing with the water because water it can be eliminated. Illuminated, which is creating an illusion. Okay, yeah, because I'm searching and I'm diving and I'm gonna keep diving with this water because this water seems like it's gonna take me where I need. I'm gonna gain a lot more understanding behind it, but right now water is looking a little so. Like, so what are we? What? I don't care to know what are we, but what is self dealing with? You know what I'm saying? What did self come from? All right, I want that understanding with myself. That's what I'm gaining. But the more and more I dive into it, the more I dive into this water and how this water is connected to everything. Not only is the water connected to our mind or the womb, but it's also connected to your heart too. Okay? It's also connected to your heart too. So when I was diving more with this word sharp, so I basically gained behind it that this sharp is dealing with sound. Okay, like we also like to say a sharp tongue or your tongue is sharp. Okay, it's dealing with the frequency. It's dealing with the sound. Okay. There's also sharp waves that deal this in the water. Okay, and there's also sharp waves in the brain that they study. Okay, which is have you the test is designed to have a diaphragm of going up and down, just like if you was taking a lie detector test. Okay, so those sharp waves they tend to go to their highest peak. Okay, the higher the vibration, the higher the sharp waves. Okay, even in water. Okay, the stronger the force of the water, the stronger and the higher of the waves. Okay, so as I'm diving into this, and like I said, they test these sharp waves not only in the water, but they test these sharp waves in our mind, in our brain, and they use this EEG type of energy equipment. Okay, which is really testing the energy. Okay, all right. So when I was diving in there and I'm looking into it, and I'm something about the waters, and I was hearing 7 ways. So I'm like, okay, what's up with the 7 ways? Because these numbers, numerology, goes a long way, especially with these chakras too, right? It's connected to a lot of other shit too. So I was looking up the 7 waterways because I kept hearing it. And as I was looking up the 7 waterways, I realized there are 7 brainwaves too. Okay, now there have others but these top seven, okay, dealing with the brain and dealing with the water. And the highest form dealing with the brain is the theta, the theta, okay, the theta wave, and it's also symbolic to the number seven, okay, talking about rising to your peak, okay, to your temple, all right, which is dealing with the most high, your higher self, all right. Hold up. So from that, with the seven water waves and the seven brain waves, and finding out that the theta is the top wave, I mean the seven wave dealing with the brain, self was just like, yo, let's dive more into the word brain. So I'm like, okay, what is this word brain? Okay, because okay, we got these brain, and this brain is so magnificent when it comes with perception. Okay, it's whatever you're going to perceive. Okay, so I'm looking up the brain and I get the origin of it. I don't want to have the scientific, I don't want to do all of that. I want the origin of dealing with the brain word. Okay, the word brain. And I found out that it is organ, of course, an organ of consciousness, also the mind. All right, so we always reference the brain as the mind, but it's also referenced as the consciousness too. So I just like, okay, so it's the organ of consciousness. Let's dive more into the word mind. That mind, I found out the origin of that is G-mind. And I'm like, I've never heard of that. It's supposed to be some old Latin word dealing with it. I've never heard of it. It's G-mind, G-mind. Seem like they're saying Gem. Um, So I'm like, well, shit. So I look it up, dealing with the origin of that, and I found out that it's the faculty of memory. Here we go back with this memory. Okay? So if we know that the brain is reference to the mind, and the brain only, or the mind only has the water surrounding it. Okay? So the G mind, or the gem mind, is the mind, which is the faculty of memory. So when we're tapping into our memory, okay, we're not tapping into the water, okay, we're actually tapping into the data dealing with the mind, your brain, okay, those cells in your brain, okay, all right, which is why I got the conclusion that water doesn't carry memory. It's the cells that do, which is you, which is me, and everything in this creation that has came and passed and that is here to come. That's memory. Okay, dealing with the mind, dealing with the brain, because the water only regenerates it. Okay, it only regenerate, and generate is filtering it. Okay, taking out what you don't need and bringing in what you do. Okay, what you bringing in now. Okay, get out with the old, in with the new. Okay. Alright, just like I had to regenerate my energy. Okay? I had to get out of that old ass shit last night. Alright? And I had to regenerate myself, my cells, get rid of that old ass shit, that mindset. Okay? So I can regenerate something positive, regenerate something more stable, okay, for me to keep moving. Alright? For I can keep producing. All right, and that's through the mind, not through my womb now, because I ain't having no more babies. It's over. Mm-mm. No man. But so I'm looking at this gem mind, and I'm like, okay, that's the faculty of memory. Okay, that's dealing with the brain. Okay, so it's also not of thought in general. Okay, which is a hint to call to mind, come to mind, keep in mind, to have in mind. So where's your memories? Okay. You need water to keep producing. Life needs water to keep producing. That's regenerating. Alright? Yeah, like I said, we always to believe that, and you can believe what you want to believe. If you still want to believe that water carries memories, we goddamn carry. Hey, believe it. But the truth is right here in your damn in our face, right? It's in our face, and all we have to do is break it down. Okay, all right. Now I can understand that the water surrounds the memories, which is the cells, it's carrying them. Okay, but the memories do not lie in the water. Okay, when they're looking at the water and they're looking at the cells, they're looking at the structure of self. Okay, life creates its memories. All right. So I looked a little bit more, other than to call to mind, dealing with gem mind. It's to call to mind, come to mind, keep in mind, to have in mind. Gem mind also means to think or remember. Okay? Remember. You're not going to find too many people. Now, don't say nothing, Drake. I don't want them coming for me. So I'm going to say it this way. Because people are liable to believe whatever they believe. But what I've been seeing lately, just dealing with myself and diving into this shit, when one is born, they don't have any memory. No memory of no past lives. No memory of what you just left. All right? So, how did you get these memories? All right? One gains these memories, okay, dealing with life itself. Okay? Now I know it's people that was born and say that they remember this. Yeah, there's even kids out there who say they remember how they died. I'm just gonna leave it right there. Because baby, maybe that's something I might need to understand in a minute. But right now, as far as what I see and what I know, you coming in here with a clean slate. Every time energy regenerates. Well, they better not. They better not. Come on. Woo-wee. I don't even know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? I'm telling you, they on one tonight. Either my phone is fucking hot. I don't know. Let's see what we're going through.